It's interesting to bring up New York being very segregated, and so that leads us to the next section of here, and basically the question of who are Minnesota public schools serving. So with that said, Minnesota is, as a whole, is 50th in the country in racial disparity when it comes to who has a diploma. And I know you never want to have to answer this question, would you rather have a segregated school or would you rather have the worst racial disparity in the country? What would you rather have? And if you don't want to answer that, that's totally fine. Then I'll go on and say, how does that make you feel to know that Minnesota... So we pointed out that, this person next to you pointed out that New York, this person said that they had not a great time with Minnesota public schools. You said you feel sorry for that. The person next to you then said, well, New York has segregation. Then I say we have racial disparity. So what would you rather have?
Well, that wasn't to say that there's not segregation here.
No, I know.
It's just in the news in New York City.
Yes. I mean, preface it as this. Milwaukee is one of the most segregated cities in the country. Yet, there still seems to be some correlation or kind of conversation that happens there. Minnesota is not as segregated, yet there is no conversation, from my experience. So, again, would you rather have segregation and be able to talk about it, or would you rather have racial disparity and not address it at all? So,
It's a false choice.
Yeah, kind of what it is. Who wants either one?
It's
Well, I
not
get-
either or.
exactly, and I'm saying for people of color, it's not necessarily a choice. But when you bring up segregation, can that be something that is saying that another city is segregated? Does that take the onus off of your state for people having a bad experience there?
I don't think anybody's saying that.
Well, that's what I was asking. I wasn't saying anybody was saying it, but it's implied though. Because if you're saying that, well, hey, that state has segregation, why not just take the onus on your own state?
We do have segregation. We have segregation and racial disparities, all.
Then why not just bring that up?
I said
No.
two
Yeah, exactly.
different-
That's the point I was making. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think it's like I found it interesting in these conversations is that when we talk about Minnesota, it's like, well, hey, them. Or look over there. You know, so it's interesting because it's never, you know what, right here.
Well, I want to
Right
make
here.
something clear. I don't do that.
No, I know.
I want to make sure that you know that I don't.
No,
Because
that's-
it is all of us.
No, that's absolutely, no, that's,
Right.
we're getting to the same point. We're in a violent agreement right now.